What's up guys, it's Wobbly. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to increase your kills and decrease your deaths, get a higher KD overall. So, KD super important for getting into certain clans. For me, I don't really care about my KD. My KD is trash. I've just decided to start picking it up a little bit. So in this clip, I get about a 2.0 KD, which is pretty nice. So anyway, let's get started. So first I'm going to talk about perks. Perks are very important. If you're going to go for a higher KD, lower deaths, you're going to need this setup of perks, or something around this range of perks. Most classes and best class setup videos will run these perks, some won't. But if you're going to go for a higher KD, definitely run this set of perks with the best class setup. So anyway, first you have Ghost or Sixth Sense for your perk 1. Preferably you want to run Ghost because of this setup, but you can run Sixth Sense if you're a lower level. And once you get good with this class, you won't even need to run either of them. Just saying, it's not that important. So your perk 1, you don't need it, but you can have it if you don't feel comfortable running some of these other things. But again, if you're going to run it, you're going to either have to take from your perk 2 or your attachments. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. So next you have your perk 2. Like I said before, this isn't as important. You're going to need fast hands, and then that's the perk 2 you need. Then there's 2 other perk 2s you can run. You can either run Hardwire or you can run Scavenger. Hardwire just lets you, you don't set off traps so you don't die, you don't have your landmines or whatever the heck they're called, like the new bouncing betties, trip mines, that's what they're called. And then Scavenger lets you pick up ammo. Personally, I can't choose between 2 of them, so I have 2 Kuda classes. I have a Kuda class set up for Hardwire and a Kuda class set up for Scavenger. It just depends on what map you're playing, how, if you can pick guns up, and it's pretty much perk 2. So now on to perk 3. Perk 3 is just a sound whore. I'm sorry, but that's the only way you can really pick up your game. You have to listen to footsteps. And I love listening to footsteps because it tells you the direction, on your headset. If you hear them to the left, they're to the left. If you hear it to the right, they're to the right. And that just allows you to find people. People have called me out for hacking because my gun has been pulled up and I've been waiting for them. I've been accused of camping because I pull my gun up minutes, sometimes minutes, before people come. I hear them running, so I just sit there and I hear it and I know they're approaching, and then I kill them. So for that you have to run awareness and dead silence. I've noticed with some of the specialists, their footsteps are extremely loud, so try to stick with one. If you don't want to run dead silence, try to find a specialist that doesn't have loud footsteps. But what sucks is people who run dead silence will cancel this out, so you won't be able to hear them. So anyway, now let's go on to the gun. Use an SMG. There are 4, really only 3 SMGs I suggest. I suggest the Kuda, the VMP, and the Vesper. The Weevil is okay, but you have to jump onto the person to get a headshot to kill them, and that's just annoying, let's be honest. And now, the Weevil, it's good because it has a fast rate of fire, but it's really bad because of the damage. The Vesper and the VMP are about the same in my opinion. The Vesper has a faster fire rate but a little bit lower damage than the VMP. VMP has a slower fire rate but a little bit more damage. So I would definitely suggest the VMP, but it has terrible recoil. But when you're doing a hip fire, it doesn't really matter. And that's the purpose of SMGs. You want to be in a close situation. That's why I stay in these buildings, because the farthest somebody's going to be is about a mid-range shot. And you don't have to really worry about recoil at a mid-range shot. Kuda, all around, just a good gun. Better than the Weevil, not as good as the VMP and Vesper, but the low recoil makes it really good for mid to longer range shots. But you'll notice the recoil kicking in, but you'll definitely notice more recoil with the Vesper and the VMP. So I'd suggest against using those on bigger maps like Hunted, that window spot, Combine. Actually, it could work on Combine, but you know, those sort of maps, not the best. This map, I can't even remember what it's called, but they would work really well on this map, whatever it's called. So let's get on to attachments. So attachments are extremely important. They're almost as important as the perks, if not more important. So first attachment is quick draw. It's super important, makes this whole class run. So basically, that partnered with fast hands allows you to pick your gun up very, very quickly and aim down sights very, very quickly. If you, you know, are an aim down sights person, definitely want to run quick draw. If you're more comfortable with doing hip fires at mid to close to mid range, you don't need to run it. I like to aim down sights, but I've started transitioning into hip fire, and I've been getting more kills, definitely. So you can take quick draw if you want, but if you are kind of new to, or I guess not new, but if you're struggling with getting kills, definitely run it. Next attachment, want to run some sort of grip on an SMG. Grips is super important, or stock. Definitely run those on like the Vesper or the VMP. For the Kuda, I'm running rapid fire. I just noticed, you know, I get that extra shot in, so I kill the people that little bit amount of time faster, which allows me to transition into a 2 or even a 3-piece sometimes. Next, this is kind of controversial, but extended mags, fast mags, you don't really need to run those because you're just going to be picking people off, and since you're in a close range, you can just hit them with your gun if it comes to that. But you're probably going to die. I hate to say that, but you probably are going to die. So next, a sight. I personally like to run sights. You don't need to, especially if you're just going to aim down, or if you're just going to do hip fire with like the VMP or Vesper. So don't run a sight, but for the Kuda, I like a sight, just because I can get those kind of mid to longer range shots, and the sight is a little bit better than the iron sights for me, especially the ELO. And it just kind of looks nice. So that's kind of my Kuda setup there. So for a VMP, or not VMP, for the Weevil, you have to run a bunch of stuff, so I'm going to kind of tell you guys what to run, so if you want to use it, you can. So for that, you want to run, you know, rapid fire, stock, all that good stuff. So, thanks for watching, yeah, see you later. This has been Wobbly.